4, 3, and live. Good luck.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün ABD'nin kapsamlı devlet araştırma enstitülerinden Temple University'de lisans için geçiş programlarını Jackie ve Janice'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı sağ alt köşede Questions bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Jackie, the stage is yours now.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to share my screen to take us to the presentation. Give me 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, welcome everybody. It's so great to be here. We're really excited to be presenting in Turkey. So we are Temple University, and specifically, I am representing the Center for American Language and Culture, and we are located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States, and we'll show you in a minute where that is. So hello. So like I said, I'm Jackie McCafferty. I am the director of the Center for American Language and Culture. And Janice, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Janice Duenas McKnight. I am the assistant director for the Center of American Language and Culture, and I'm happy to be here with you guys today. Thanks for having us.
Great. Thanks, Janice. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? I understand that you are all high school students and that you're interested in studying in the United States, university or other types of programs. So we're going to talk a little bit about Temple University and Philadelphia, and then about the center and our programs that are geared specifically toward high school students or high school graduates. That's Education USA Academy Connects and Conditional Admission Program. And then Janice is going to have a little language fun with you to get you practicing your English and answering some questions. And then we'll do a question and answer session. You also have a chat and a question box, so feel free to enter your questions there. Janice will be able to respond in English, and Zeynep will be able to respond in Turkish. Okay, so Temple University is a global university. We have campuses in 3 countries. The main campus, which is where we are located, is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on the east coast of the United States, about, let's say, 100 kilometers from New York City. We also have a campus in Rome, Italy, and a campus in Tokyo, Japan. So we are a global university, and then we have partners all over the world, and this just gives you an example of the many places where we have partners. Just want to share a fun video with you. I like this video because it really shows you the energy of Temple University and Philadelphia.
Independence, defined in Philadelphia in 1776 and practiced by Temple students every day. So when we say Temple is part of Philadelphia, we're not just talking a mailing address. We live this city.
Okay. So just a little taste of Philadelphia and of Temple University. I'm actually from Philadelphia, so I love that video because I think it gives a good feeling of who we are. So just a little bit about Philadelphia. We are known as the birthplace of the United States. This is where it all happened back in the 1700s, where the United States was born. So there's a lot of history here. And a lot of culture here. We are the second largest city on the East Coast. If anybody wants to guess what the first city is, you can put that, or the first largest city, you can put that in the chat. And then I'll come back and I'll tell you. We also have a great number of Fortune 500 companies in the city, 15. This is important if you want to study in the United States. It's good to know what companies are in the city where you're studying because your chances of getting a job here are greater. We're also known as a city of firsts.
1, 2, 3, that's the level. Is it good? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay. We're also a city of firsts. So as I said, we're the birthplace of the United States. That means we have the first everything: hospital, firehouse, zoo, post office, you name it. And in 2020, we were voted the top U.S. city to visit by National Geographic. Philadelphia, for those who may not know, means the city of brotherly and sisterly love. We're proud of that. And the largest city on the East Coast is, as I'm sure many of you guessed, New York City, which is very close to us.
Call out to Ridvan, who guessed New York.
Yay,
Well
good job. Okay, so a little bit about Temple University. We are a public top-tier research institution. That means that we bring in hundreds of millions of dollars a year for research. For those of you interested in going into a research field, this is something that you want to look at when you are searching for universities. This means that you would have opportunities, even at the undergraduate level, to do research. We are ranked in the top 50 of public schools in the United States. And going back to that research, we're considered an R1 research institution. That is the top tier research. We have over 39,000 students, over 3,000 international students from over 130 countries. We are truly, truly international, and we would love to see more students from Turkey.
So, welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today on this great day at Temple University.
Zainab, there's another.
Know that higher education.
Oh, Jackie, maybe the video's not turned off on your side?
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Okay. Whoops. Let me go back. Sorry guys. Let me go back to where we were. Okay. Okay. So we were established in 1884, so we are a pretty old university. We've been around a long time, and we are very well known, not just in the United States, but internationally. We have 17 schools and colleges and over 600 academic degree programs. So when we say that Temple has something for everybody, we really mean it. Something that we're very, very proud of at Temple University is the support that we provide all of our students. On the international side, we have an extensive support system to help you feel comfortable, to help you acclimate, and to help you succeed. TCALC Student Services is available to help you arrive, plan social activities, for advising. We also have International Student Affairs that does a lot of leadership development opportunities, university-wide social events, and also counseling. International Student and Scholar Services is available for all of your legal and visa questions and to really guide you to ensure that you're doing the right thing in terms of your legal documentation. On the university side, we have the Student Success Center. This is available to all students, and it helps you with tutoring, with specialized support, and it even has an English Conversation Partners program. There's a Career Center. The Career Center helps you build your resume and find jobs after you graduate. And then a Health and Wellness Resources Center. This includes everything from recreation facilities to mental and physical health support. All of this is available to all students.
And can I just add that often for most of our students at TCALC, we are rated the very top of, rated very highly for our customer service, our student services. Yeah. So our students always have a really excellent experience with us because we are so hands-on. We're happy to help you with any situation and help you get acclimated and comfortable with your time with us at Temple and with TCALC.
Thanks, Janice. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Center for American Language and Culture. I know that you are all here because you're interested in studying at the university. However, we find that many international students still need some support in English in order to be successful at the university. And that's where we come in. We provide small interactive classes. Our instructors are some of the best in the industry. We have private tutoring, academic advising, activities, events, and of course, access to everything at the university that you need. Today, we're going to talk about 3 of the programs that we have. And these are geared specifically to high school students or high school graduates, okay? So Education USA Academy connects. If you are a high school student between the ages of 15 and 17 with at least an intermediate English language level, and you're interested in applying to a U.S. university, which you are, that's why you're here, this would be a great program for you. It's online, which is what's so wonderful about it, and it's 4 weeks long. I'll tell you some details in a moment. We also have an Education USA Academy. This is for the same type of student, high school between 15 and 17 years old. However, this one is in person and it is 3 weeks long. And then the Conditional Admission program. This is designed specifically for students who want to go to Temple University. You have to have graduated high school already, and you can be any level of English, beginner to advanced. And this program is in person, and it is 1 semester or more. We'll talk more about that. Okay, let's talk about Connects. As I said, it's for students who are 15 through 17 who want to apply to a U.S. university. It's completely online, and the focus is really on, number 1, helping to build your confidence while engaging in English. So some of the things you learn is how to present with confidence, learn the basics of creating effective, engaging content and presentations. Given presentations in English is something you have to do regularly when you're at a university in the United States. So this is designed to prepare you for that. You'll practice delivery skills. You'll receive important feedback from instructors and peers, and you will improve your pronunciation, and most importantly, improve your confidence. The second part of this Academy Connects program is really to help you understand the ins and outs of U.S. universities. That means help you understand how universities work and how you should be thinking about applying to a university. You will build your admissions essay. You'll learn how to find the best college for you or university. Excuse me. You'll learn helpful tips for the application process. You'll have a chance to talk or chat with current and former international students, and you will join virtual campus tours. So, as we said before, this is a 4-week program. You see the dates here. The next session is May 30th to June 24th. It meets every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Right, Janice? Not p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's an hour and a half, Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. And that is U.S. time. Is that right, Janice? Eastern U.S.?
That's correct.
Okay. So for those of you, for you in Turkey, that would be 4 p.m., right about this time. There's another session, July 25th to August 13th. And that would be meeting 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. That's at night. And for you in Turkey, that would be 5 in the morning until 6:30 in the morning. So that's for early risers. The cost is $350, and there are scholarships available. So, and it does include private tutors. So if you are somebody who really wants to learn more about the process of getting into a U.S. university, and you would like to improve your English fluency and confidence in presenting in English, this would be a great program for you. And here are some testimonials. We had a huge group of students taking this last year. I think it was over 100 students participated. It was wonderful. The nice thing is that you're put into small groups, though, so you have plenty of opportunity to talk. The Academy, Education USA Academy, is in person. We are not doing that this summer. That will be returning for summer 2023. It's 3 weeks. You will live in a Temple University residence hall or dormitory, so you live on campus. We do college prep classes, research projects, presentations, and you do some pretty outstanding trips to New York City, to the beaches of New Jersey, to Washington, D.C. So that's a really fun program, summer 2023. And if you're interested, we'll be getting your contact information, so we'll let you know more about that. Okay, let's talk about conditional admission. We refer to it as CAP, Conditional Admission Program. This is for high school graduates who want a degree from Temple University, an undergraduate degree. You will gain admission to Temple University, and you can earn up to 18 credits toward your degree. The exciting thing about this is new for this fall, 2022. You can get up to $14,500 in scholarships. Okay, so what is it? Well, basically, it is your pathway to a bachelor's degree at Temple University. A bachelor's degree is an undergraduate degree, the degree you get at a university after you graduate high school. If you are accepted into the conditional admission program and complete it successfully, you will not need to retake a language test, and you will not need to reapply to Temple. Conditional admission means you are already accepted to Temple University. And then you can become an undergraduate student in as little as 16 weeks. Throughout that time, you'll receive academic support. You'll engage in monthly check-in sessions with your CAP advisor to ensure that you're successful in your university classes. You learn critical classroom expectations so that you know what the professors expect of you. And your first experience in college will be a nurturing environment because you will have a support system, a team of people basically working with you to help you succeed. I mentioned scholarships. So we have up to $14,500 in scholarships. What are those scholarships? First, we have the CAP Advantage Scholarship. You have to be among the first 30 students to commit to CAP by making a deposit. And then you have to successfully complete CAP 3. And then you matriculate into Temple University. If you do all of that, you will automatically get $6,500 back. University Merit Scholarship is based on your academic credentials when you apply to the university. Admissions awards scholarships automatically. You do not need to complete a separate application. They look at your high school transcript and they decide if you can earn a merit scholarship. And that is up to $8,000. So what does the CAP journey look like? Okay, CAP 3 is the highest level of CAP. Okay, so these are students who submit a language test score and it's slightly below the requirement. If you're a CAP 3 student, you're taking 3 degree courses. That means you're taking 3 courses toward your degree. So you're already starting at the university. The difference between you and a student who's not in CAP is that you'll be taking English support classes to help you succeed in those degree classes. But by the end of that, you could have 11 credits toward your degree. By semester 2, you're now a full-time undergraduate degree program and you're working toward your graduation. CAP 2 students is slightly below that, language scores, and you take 2 degree courses plus English courses to support you to succeed in those classes, and then additional English classes. CAP 2 students do have about an intermediate level, so you need a little more English, and then you move up to CAP 3. Okay, and then that's when you take your 3 degree courses plus English. And then by semester 3, you're a full-time undergraduate degree student. Some students are admitted as CAP 1. This is students whose level is pretty low. You can see down here between a 50 and 64 TOEFL, right? So you're going to need even more English. So your first semester is just English classes. And then semester 2, you move into CAP 2 and take your 2 courses plus English. And then semester 3, 3 courses plus English. And then by semester 4, you're a full-time student working toward graduation. So now you're wondering, that sounds fantastic. How do I apply? Well, here's some steps to apply. The important thing is that to become a CAP student, you have to apply to Temple University International Admissions. This is for university students, okay? And here's the URL that you go to find out more about that. You complete what's called the Common Application. Then you submit all of the supporting documentation, high school transcripts, recommendations, English proficiency test results, if you have them. If you don't have English proficiency test results, you can still be accepted as a CAP student, and we will determine your level with our in-house test. We will provide the test to determine your level. It's very important to recognize that you must meet the university academic criteria to be admitted. Remember, you're being admitted as a university student, so you have to meet the academic criteria. And then students with below requisite English test scores or no scores will be admitted through CAP. Okay? And then there's a QR code. You can use that also to find the admissions website. And here are some great examples of students who were successful. We have Noor from Kuwait, who's now a dental student, and Hoa Vo from Vietnam, who also went on to graduate school at Temple. Okay, so the cost of Temple, or of CAP rather, level 3 is $18,893 plus fees. This is based on this academic year. I want to point out here that $4,900 is for your English classes, and the rest of that is actually toward your degree course tuition. So you're already working toward graduation. CAP 2, $16,000. You'll see here you have a little bit more you're paying toward your English classes because you're taking more English classes. And then the rest is for your degree classes. And then Cap 1. Cap 1 places you in our intensive English language program, and you would pay $33,296 for each 7-week session you're with us. Now, just a reminder, remember those scholarships I talked about? If you're one of the first 30 students to deposit, you could be eligible for that $6,500. So I just want to give you an example. If you're accepted as a Cap 3 student and you successfully complete Cap 3, and then you matriculate and become a Temple University full-time student, if you see here, you paid $4,900 for English, but you're going to get $6,500 back. So essentially, you're getting English for free, plus an additional $1,500 to go toward your tuition for that first semester as a full-time student. Okay, so you can see how this can be really beneficial to you financially. Okay, so I'm going to hand this over to Janice now because she's going to have some fun with you practicing some English. Janice?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Thanks for all of your awesome questions. I will be getting to them as soon as we have some fun, having some fun on this end. Okay. So, all right. So if you would like to participate, please do just send your answers in the chat. We are going to just ask some really super simple questions in English. Hopefully you learned something today and you will get kind of an idea about what we do at TCalc. All right, so let's have some fun. Jackie? All right, first one. So a lot of what we do at TCalc is help you prepare how to feel confident and speak in the real world. So of course we practice in class, but we also give you the skills to be able to present in and out of the classroom, and to not just present, but be able to speak confidently outside of the classroom. So taking a look first at the first question, this is just based on an online environment, so kind of where we are now. Question number 1. What would make this online presentation stronger? So we have 2 questions or 2 pictures here. Picture number 1, you see a girl giving a presentation in her environment, and picture number 2, we see what looks like a young man giving a presentation in his environment. So for 1 and 2, what would make these presentations stronger or better? Does anyone have any ideas? If you do, please type them in the chat. Let's see here. Okay, people say number 1, which maybe means that number 1 is stronger, but which is probably true, but what would make it better? What would make number 1 better? Or what would make number 2 better? Just to give you a couple seconds. Okay, in my opinion, if you're giving a presentation on your bed in your pajamas, probably not a great idea. You should probably get dressed, put on a nice shirt, and maybe put your coffee cup down. So that's my advice for number 1. And number 2, we would really like to see this person's face, right? So good lighting is really important when we are presenting online. Faiza says she should be in a chair. Yes, she should be in a chair. Should be sitting up in a place that looks more professional, I think. Thanks, Faiza. All right, next one, Jackie. So these are the answers to that question. So as Faiza says, which Faiza's is related to the second one, create a clean space behind you, right? So make it look like you're not in bed. Dress appropriately, which is what I had mentioned before. Maybe she should not be wearing her pajamas or a printed casual t-shirt. And then the last one, Point number 3 is check your lighting. Lighting is very important. I think you probably all know when you're taking your selfies, right, or recording videos of yourselves for TikTok, lighting is super important. So make sure that you do these things when you are especially giving a presentation online. So thanks, guys, for participating. Next question. Please put your answers in the chat. There's no right or wrong answer, or there are right answers, but there are no wrong answers. We're just having some fun here. So here we're going to be looking at speaking in English. Again, at TCalc, we are here to help you become excellent and more confident speakers of English. And that means a lot of things. So let's take a look at this video and think about what would make this speaker sound more confident or look more confident. Okay, so Jackie, if you could just click the short video.
Hi, my name is Alexa, and I'm going to be talking about a fun fact about dance. And in 1988, there was a world record set for longest conga line dance, and it was like 119,986 people in Miami in 1988, and the world record hasn't been broken since then. So that's really cool.
How can she sound and look more confident? Anyone? Did she look very confident? I see Hassan is writing something. Hassan, let's see what you have to say. Anybody else have any ideas? Please send them in the chat. Or even, did she look confident? Did she sound confident? Yes or no? You can also send that in the chat. I think Seda is typing also. Look forward to seeing what you have to say. I'm going to break my first rule and drink some coffee. Excuse me. Anyone have any ideas about how this speaker could look? Okay, absolutely. She should use a professional headset and use a stronger internet connection. Yes, that can be, you know, sound and video can be a real challenge. And we already know that connection can be challenging in our homes now that we are often online. Sometimes it's out of our control, but something that is in our control is giving, yes, as Sita says, giving that eye contact. Nice job. She should be looking at the camera, or at least looking forward into the camera or toward her computer versus down here. No one wants to see the top of your head. We want to see your nice smiles. All right. And SM or Ekem, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. She should have practiced more. Absolutely. When we have the opportunity to present in English, we should always be practicing in front of our friends. We should be practicing in front of the mirror. We should potentially, if possible, be recording ourselves on our smart devices and watching it back to see if we're doing things like touching our hair too much or looking down or not looking in the camera, right? So these are really great ways to improve your speaking. So Jackie, let's take a look at our answers on the next page. Thanks, guys, for volunteering your answers. Smiling and making eye contact. So maybe she doesn't have a professional headset, as Hassan said, or a strong internet connection, but she still looks professional, right? Take deep breaths. Now, we know that speaking English or even speaking in Turkish, right, in your native language can be really challenging and kind of uncomfortable for people, whether it's a presentation or just one-on-one with people that we are not familiar with. It can be a little uncomfortable. So take deep breaths and pace yourself. So try not to speak too quickly or even too slowly, right? Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too quickly right now because, believe it or not, I might be a little bit nervous, but yes, pace yourself, take deep breaths, and always smile and make good eye contact. Thanks everyone for volunteering your answers. Next one, I think this is our last question. Again, we would love to see your answers in the chat. So another thing that we do at TCALC is write. We practice our writing in English, and this can be an especially challenging thing for non-native speakers and writers in this case. So we're going to be taking a look at these 2 sample essays. Many of you that are watching us today are maybe thinking about coming to the United States to study. And if you are, the admissions requirements, so the requirements to enter Temple University are to write essays. And they are usually stories about yourself, okay? So taking a look at essay number 1 compared to essay number 2. So again, we're comparing these 2. And which one is stronger, essay number 1 or essay number 2? I'm just going to give you a minute or 2 to look at these, and I would love to see your answers in the chat. Which is stronger, number 1 or number 2? Okay, I'd love to see your answers there. Which one is I don't like to say better, but which one is a stronger essay? Okay. Sample essay number 1, someone says. Number 1 has spelling mistakes, so number 2 is stronger. And I say stronger because, look, we are here to teach you how to become stronger writers, right? So maybe you start off with number 1, which has some spelling mistakes, but then we want you to reach the goal potentially of number 2. So thanks for your answers, Hassan and Eda. Can we take a look at our answers, Jackie? Here we go. So yes, Eda was right. There were some grammar and spelling mistakes. Spelling mistakes are, I would say, in my opinion, as a former teacher, not acceptable. We have spell check nowadays, right? It's very, very easy to just do a spelling check edit to just correct all of your spelling mistakes. So make sure that you use that spell check feature to check your spelling, okay? The other thing about number 1 is when you're telling a story about yourself and you're speaking to an admissions officer, you want that admissions person to know more about you, but we don't want to hear such a negative story, right? So this essay number 1, they begin kind of negatively. So we want to avoid those things. In essay number 2, this person provides good detail, right? They talk about the pressure that their parents put on them. And even though this is a negative feeling, they say it in a way that doesn't feel so negative or sad. Again, they stay positive. There's no grammar mistakes or spelling mistakes. So we start here at number 1. And then when you're studying with us, we kind of work toward the goal of number 2 and beyond. And I think that's all for us. Jackie, was there another one? Can we look at the next slide? Thank you guys so much for participating with me here, and well done. And if you are a graduate of TCALC, here you would receive a certificate of completion on the left side of your screen with your name there. And then also, if you join us for Education USA Academy Connects, which is an online program, you would also receive this digital badge here on the right. It's a verified badge, and you would be able to add that little symbol to your various social media accounts. So thanks again for participating. I appreciate it. And I will hand it back to Jackie.
Thanks, Janice. Thank you for that. So I think for now, we're just going to open it up to any more questions that you might have about conditional admission, Education Connects or Academy, or about the university in general, or about Philadelphia. I'm going to stop sharing. Janice, you're on mute.
Faiza says, could you please mention more about social activities for students on campus?
Oh, definitely. Question. Yeah, that is a great question. So Temple University has over 300 student organizations. Getting involved with a student organization is highly recommended because that's how you're going to make a lot of friends, and that's how you're going to feel more connected. So it has, I mean, the number and range of things you can get involved in are everything from sports to volunteerism to what your interests might be. So like an anime club. It could be a dance club. It could be a club focusing. I think there's a Turkish student organization.
Association.
In fact, tomorrow, our student affairs is hosting. Every month we have an international coffee hour where the university comes together to celebrate a different country. And tomorrow we're celebrating Turkey. So we'll be serving Turkish food, Turkish coffee, Turkish delights. And then what we do is the Turkish Student Association will do a presentation to teach the university community about Turkey and about your culture. There's also other opportunities to get involved that are focused on leadership. So there's a peer a peer mentor program, and that is where what we call upperclassmen, so students who are maybe in their third or fourth year, are paired with a freshman, their first year, and they become their mentor, and they help them to succeed at the university. There's also opportunities to work on campus. What a lot of international students will do is they will work as ambassadors. So they will be chosen to maybe give a tour of the campus. So there's just so much to do, and there's a lot of events happening: music, theater, culture, sports. All of this happens on campus, and you can participate in all of it. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing. I think one of the things that I love about being on such a big campus in the middle of an urban setting, and I think a lot of my colleagues would agree, right, Jackie, is that not only do you get to experience all of the clubs that are available to you and opportunities within your major, but if you just step outside on any given day and walk through campus, there will be a club or a vendor giving out free Red Bull, giving out free yogurt, or there to talk to you about new opportunities in or around campus. Because Philly's a big city, there's a lot of opportunity, not just on campus, but off campus as well. So it's an exciting and fun place to be. And it challenges you as a student. And another thing I want to say is that really it's up to you to decide how active you want to be right? So I always tell new international students when they come through, if you were shy in your old country, in your home country, if you were the kind of person that didn't participate very much in your home country, you come to the United States, you come to Temple, and you can be whoever you are, whoever you want. You can be that outgoing person. You can be the person who wants to join lots of clubs and be involved in a lot. But it's really up to you. And that's a, a really exciting thing, I think, for being a young student on campus. Another question, Jackie, is why should I choose Temple University to apply to rather than other universities, and what makes Temple special?
Yeah, that's such a good question. The first thing is to make sure that Temple is a good fit for you. So I always say to students, if you like to be in a big city, and if you want to be on a big university campus with all of these things happening that Janice and I are talking about, then Temple is a wonderful fit. And that's the first thing you want to do, is make sure that the university fits your personality. If you're someone who prefers small, you want to be in a small town, you want a small college experience, then Temple is not a good fit. And we understand that it's not for everybody. But if you like big, you like exciting, you like a lot of activity, then Temple is a good fit. So now, what makes Temple unique among large universities in big cities? What makes us unique is the attention to each student. And Temple is recognized for this. So very often, a large research institution such as Temple University, other universities like this will have, for example, graduate students teaching your classes. The professor may never get to know you at other universities. There may not be an international student affairs office dedicated to international students. Temple is so different. So one of the things is, even though we're a large university, our class sizes are small. Also, professors teach all of our undergraduate classes. You're going to have professors teaching you. You will have a chance to get to know your professor, and they will know you. That's very unique for a large research institution. And then the other thing, and we talked about this at the beginning of the presentation, we have an extensive international affairs office, and a lot of it focuses on supporting the student when you're here. So that is also unusual, to spend that much energy and resources on the student while you're there. Many other large research institutions hire a lot of international people for their office to recruit. The focus is just on recruiting. And then once the student comes, they don't have anyone serving the student. We put more of our resources into serving the student when you come, because we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to know that you're supported. So that's very important to us. So that's what I think makes us stand out from other large universities in large cities.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add to that, as a large university, one thing that Temple takes very seriously is access. Equal access. So every student is treated equally. The feeling is that every student should have equal opportunity to access what their fundamental needs are. So, you know, maybe something happens, you're an international student, maybe something happens with your credit card when you first arrive. At a big, large university, you could get lost, but at Temple, we're here to support you. We will make sure that you have access to food, you'll have access to housing, you'll have access to computers. Any student at Temple campus can go to the library and just use their library card to rent a computer, to borrow a computer. And, you know, those kinds of things, again, to make the student feel supported, not just domestic students, but all students. That access, I think, is is really important. Access to the gyms, access to mental and emotional health. That's all available to you at Temple. And in a large setting, that's not always the case. We're at 8:54, and I don't think there's any more questions.
Okay. Well, thank you, Janice, for putting our email in the chat. So please feel free to email us with any questions that you have. And we really just want to thank you for being here and listening to this presentation, participating in the presentation. And we do hope that if you have any questions, you'll contact us. And we hope to see some of you at Temple University, even online. Don't forget the Connects program. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thanks so much for joining.
All right, so it looks like we covered all of the questions. Thank you for your great presentation, dear Jackie and Janice. It was very informative and it was really a good presentation for the attendees. Very interactive. Thank you again.
Great, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Temple University ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adreslerinden Jackie ve Janice'e ulaşabilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda paylaşılan linkleri incelemeniz de faydalı olacaktır. Bir sonraki webinarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, you guys. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.